That's fine. We are live, Gerry, so make sure you're careful what you say. Evening, everybody. It's January 23rd. This is week 52. So we've done 52 of these things, have not missed a single one. And if you're curious, that's over 4 days straight of streaming if you wanted to watch them consecutively.
Damn.
Yeah, I did the math. This is the second to the last stream on this channel. So next week will be the last stream on this channel, at least for the foreseeable future, until possibly maybe 2023. Maybe I'll think about doing something again, or maybe Gerry. Maybe I'll just join Gerry if Gerry's going to take over. But yeah, so we do appreciate everybody joining for the last year. Everybody here, this has been awesome. And, it's just, I didn't think it was going to be like this at all, Gerry. We've met a lot of new people, new friends, new regulars here, lots of laughs, lots of unsubs. It's been fantastic. I can't, the unsubs, in my opinion, are worth it. It is what it is. Yeah, so let me look. Did the other thing pause? Let me look. I don't hear it over there. So yeah, okay, it's paused. So looks like Gerry put a poll out there, and don't care. Gerry, what the heck you doing out there, man? You threw something out there, and you're plugging yourself and trying to hurt my feelings by not saying I show up for Gerry and Dave, or what? What the heck?
What?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Just throw yourself out there, huh? No, I put that out there. So we'll look at that here. We got 22 votes on the poll. Go ahead and get your vote in. We'll look at that probably in the next hour or so. And
I just saw it right now. I didn't even know something.
You don't even remember what you put in there?
No, I don't remember.
So we got a bunch of folks in here. If I can get back to the stream, 15 folks. People are probably watching some game, missing a good football game. We got this person right here. Yeah, you can always watch you can always watch. You can DVR the football game and then watch the stream, or you can just watch the stream afterwards. It's up to you. Before we go through all the fine folks in here, let's go through my week, and then Gerry go through his disastrous week as well. And we'll kind of talk about the markets. I know everybody's getting hurt, so me included. Nobody's immune from this. Well, I guess I take that back. People are immune from this.
There are so.
If you had 2 COVID shots and a booster, you're immune to this. So kidding, of course. Let's go ahead and just talk about my week real quick, and then Gerry will talk about his week right quick, kind of look at the markets, and then we're going to get to everybody in here. It just can't believe it's been a year, Gerry. It just goes by like that, man.
It does. I can't believe it's been a year. 52 of these?
52 of these, yeah.
Man.
Hadn't not missed one. You joined everyone, I joined everyone. And, obviously we pushed a couple off to Mondays, but, so we'll talk about that here at the end of the stream. So let me see what happened last week for me. Not a whole heck of a lot. I didn't take anything off last week. I did put one thing on last week. I talked about that. I might have talked about that on Thursday. Actually, maybe I didn't. Let me see. The 21st. No, I didn't talk about it on Thursday because I put it on Friday. So didn't take anything off last week. I got a bunch of stuff that's in the money. I'd say about, about half of my stuff is in the money. And I put on one thing on Friday, and that was a Qs. So a triple Qs. I put a 320 strike on, which is roughly about a 0.2 delta. $489 I got for that. And of course, right when I put it on, I could have got over $500 for it just shortly after. But that's fine. I'm actually going to look to me putting another one of those on this week as well, probably. And I'm probably going to loosen up and reduce the TQQQs going forward. Because I don't want to get caught with my pants down and my wanger hanging out, Gerry. So who says that? Wanker. Wanker is the word. Isn't that like a British thing or something like, or a London thing or whatever? Wanker. You're a wanker.
Yeah, it's like a UK
That's like
thing.
one of the, like an asshole, I suppose, something like that, right? So I don't want the wanker hanging out, Gerry. If the sea goes out and I'm naked, and we just happen to hit a bear market, I'm not going to get caught with my pants down. It is possible that those TQQQs could go to zero by being reset every single day. Now it's pretty rare, and it's going to take a pretty bad shitstorm and long term bear market for that to happen. But I don't want to get why risk it, right? So what I'm going to be doing probably is reducing those going forward, and I probably will put on a few here and there just to up the actual premium for the notional value. But I'm probably not going to go balls deep into them. Net sack deep for some people. So yeah, I'm sure people aren't going to miss the weird things that come out of my mouth. Where the hell how do we get back to this? Okay, so here we are. As it sits right now, I got, like I said, a bunch of TQQQs in the money. I got some TNAs in the money as well. I'm going to actually look at possibly even reducing by taking a little bit of a loss this week on one of the TNAs that's just down a little bit, just to reduce that, and I can replace that premium out. I'm still, honestly, I'm still away. I'm over a month away from anything expiring, so there's room there. And that 0.2 delta that I put on that Q's, by the way, is another 10% down. Roughly. I think it's 9% now, and so the way I look at it is the Q's going to go down 23% in a month? And that's from its all-time high, right? So that's another 10% down from where it's already at, right? So I don't mind taking the Qs down there, to be quite frank with you. And I already have TQQs. Sorry, back that up. So I already have Qs, 2Q contracts in my Solar 401k. They're in the money too. So I have an average of 365 between those two. And I'm okay because I can still make money at 365 on cover calls. Pretty good amount of money, actually. Obviously, it continue to go down. I might be stuck for a bit, but I'm kind of excited to do the wheel strategy in there. I'm kind of excited to do the wheel strategy against the SPY and the IWM once I roll that 401k over in the next roughly about 2 months or so. I'll be rolling that over. maybe 3 months. So that's really it. I mean, so let me just go through my numbers right quick here. Let me see here. Net liquidations down to 284K, $43,000 in maintenance margin, 15.3% buying power, $5,000 in premium baking, minus 17,000 unrealized at this point. And that's happened quick. I think most of that happened the last 2 weeks. 203,000 notional nominal value, and option positions 13, and I got 30 contracts total. Because of that TQQQ split, there's a lot of extra contracts I probably wouldn't have had on, but that's pretty much it. We'll talk about the actual market where it stands after Gerry goes through his numbers. All right, Gerry, floor is yours.
Yeah. So you didn't have any realized gains, losses? Nothing, huh?
No.
Nice. I wish I could say the same. It was a rough week. I mean, just plain flat out, it was a rough week. I've been rolling stuff. Like Dave, I got half my stuff in the money too. But it's still, to me, it's still manageable. Like I was talking with Dave last night, I look back on January of 2020, and I took huge losses, like unrecoverable losses, right? In January of last year. I shouldn't say unrecoverable, that's wrong term, but they were huge. And I ended up the year, up 20 something percent, whatever it was. So at the $20,000 profit. So I started last year with like almost a $7,000 hole, and climbed all the way back. So it looks like I'm going to start in a hole again this year. So that might be a pattern that I might want to avoid January in the future. We'll see. But I closed 16 positions, realized loss of $422. That was mostly all rolls. Rolled my ARC-Ks down from 85, which was deep in the money, down to a couple of 75s just to get closer to the strike price. And if ARC-K keeps going down, I'll have to do it again. And I'm fine with that. That's kind of the nice thing about cash secured puts is as long as you're not in complete crap, you can and you keep your buying power manageable, you keep money on the side to be able to manage it, you can follow these stocks down. And so that's kind of what I'm doing there. That's probably my biggest position right there, two $75 contracts in ARC-K. But so realized loss there. Open 13, that was 16 contracts that I closed. I was doing a lot of covered calls on some stocks that I own, buying them back, selling them again, buying them back. Open 13 new contracts, and that was a lot of rolls for $2,200 in premium. So I got a grand total of $51,0101 in premium cooking. 27,500 in maintenance margin, 111,000 net licks, or about 25% buying power. I didn't put anything new on either, except for the rolls. So I feel like I'm in a lot better position than I was in January 2020, because I really didn't know what the hell I was doing in January 2020. So
yeah, I want to talk about that next, but before I do, shit. So I gotta talk about. $400 lost last week. How I'm looking at some of the stuff I'm in right now, Gerry. If I rolled like the stuff that's in the money the most, I'm down $3,000. What are you talking? How does only $400 for you? Are you actually get anything in the green that you offset it with or something?
I mean, there was some, like I was saying, I was wheeling a lot of covered calls on some of the stuff that I had. There was a couple of puts that I was able to get out of. Like I'm down to like 26 positions from where I was in December. I think I had like 50 something. So I'm really trying to whittle it down. My plan was for January, before we had this crap, going on, I was going to whittle it down to just a few indexes, and they're kind of keeping me in right now.
Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back.
They just keep pulling me back in. So a lot of it was because the ARC-K one was the big one. It was a roll of a roll.
Right.
So a lot of that, it was already large. And so there wasn't a huge loss in that to roll it back down into two contracts. I just wanted to get it from because it started at a 91 strike in December. I rolled it to an 85 in early January, and then I just rolled it to two 75s because ARC-K is down to $71. I was sitting here with an $85 put, so I figured let me double up, get down at least close to the current share price, and at least you'll be able to manage it a little bit better, even if it keeps going down, right? So that was my thought.
So the second part of the question is because last year, you pretty much kind of just starting out. I mean, both you and I think I had let me see. I actually had an okay January. My January last year, I had a $6,000 January. So,
Yeah,
but I was running heavy, just like you were. I was like 40% or something like that, and it's like, you're going to have a bad January this January, but last January, you were what, 50, 60%?
Last January was bad. I was 50, 60, 70%. At certain points there, I was up to 95%, during certain parts of the day, and that little red it lights up red when you get up to there, and it's like you're almost in trouble. You're in real trouble here, guy.
Yeah, Randy used to hit those alerts all the time.
Well, I was selling a lot of naked calls back then too, so
yeah, that's true. I was doing a lot more of those as well, but I think that we both learned. Matter of fact, honestly, I say honestly a lot. To be frank, to be upfront, I learned from your mistake and Cloud Ninja's mistake. About, oh shoot, you're running heavy. I mean, so I kind of learned from that and just didn't make the mistake. But because I've never before last year or early last year, I should say. I mean, I've been doing options for a long time, but I've never done them to this level before, right? To that, to that extent. So a little bit of luck there for me, and then just saying you got screwed. I don't remember what I know. I think if you maybe you can even talk about what you were in last year in January, but I was doing still very solid stuff back then, right? The Microsofts and all that. So I think that's the difference. But maybe you can talk about what were you in last January compared to this January that's different.
There was two stocks that that stick out in my head. I mean, there was a lot more than that, but the one that really hurt me was Wayfair. I was if you go look on the chart in January, and you'll see a huge spike up, and I was in a naked call in there, and that thing just ran. And I had no idea how to defend it. I didn't know. I mean, I was 2 months into options trading, and I had no idea. All I saw was, $1,000 here, $1,000 there, and I'm like, my mind's getting blown here. And so I closed it for a loss. I had to stop the losses, right? I had to stop the bleeding because I didn't know how to navigate that. And then the other one, you can take a look at the chart, was this was a put, was QuantumScape, QS, ticker symbol QS. You look at the chart in January, I got stuck in that. And that's just me chasing premium on that one.
So was all that stuff before GameStop and AMC?
Yes.
Okay, because you did play those, right? Not very
lightly, not like
not like the Wall Street Bets people.
Exactly. I might have done 1 or 2 AMCs on the put side, like way down, and I quit that real shortly after everybody got. I actually didn't get into it. I felt bad though because I actually shared the GameStop one, and I was like, man, look at these. I remember the strike at the time when GameStop was doing the thing. It went up from like, I don't know, $5 to 30. And I was like, dude, it went up like 6x in like a day or two. I was like, look at these freaking $65 calls. They were getting like $5 for them or something like that. And I was like, damn, that seems like easy money. Nope. Some other people thought it was easy money too, and they got really hurt.
So Wayfair and QuantumScape, were those both naked calls?
QuantumScape was actually a cash secured put that sucker fell 50% on me quickly, and Wayfair jumped up, I don't know how much. It was a lot, and that was a lot for my size of account too, because at that time I think I was only like, I want to say $35,000, $40,000. So $85 stock at that time
without blowing up the account.
Yeah, I'm glad though that January 2020 happened, because it really made me actually 2021. Sorry, made me actually sit down and go, okay, how do these actually work? Right? Because I really had no idea. When I tell you in November and December, I was just clicking buttons. That's literally what I was doing. I was just clicking buttons, and so I had no rhyme or reason. Okay, what is a naked call? I have no idea. All I know is if I sell this one, I get X amount of dollars, and that's all I knew.
Yeah, that reminds me of the people that say when you day trade, you don't look at how much money you can make. You look at how much money you can potentially lose. And nobody ever looks at it like that. I don't look at it like premium either, you know. It's just a little bit different, but so that, I mean, there's some good lessons to learn there. Honestly, it really comes down to one bad stock and really wipe you out.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't know how to manage it. So the market actually popped up when the market opened today, 4 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, anyway. So, well, I mean, it looks like crypto's down about 7%. We got oil futures are up. We got the RUT that's up 0.8%. We got, and these are futures, by the way. ES, it's up 0.85. Excuse me, point. The hell? I'm gonna go double vision here. 0.7. NQ is up 0.86, and then we got the YM up as 0.6. So, it looks good. We'll see if it holds overnight. So I'm not holding my breath. Honestly, if you look at, damn, Gerry, there's that word again. If you look at the candlestick we had on Friday, it looks like more downside, So I'm not holding my breath, Gerry. Yeah, let me look at, come on, Cletus. Let's see. Yeah, no, there's more downside. So, I mean, the SPY's probably going to go to 430. Where the Q is going to go. Let's take a look at the Qs. Qs might hold at 350. If not, it could go to 340, 345, somewhere around there, possibly. But the SPY, I mean, might have an intraday spike down. That's what I would look for. So this we're up right now, but until the market opens up, and it could open up down tomorrow. Who knows? So basically, we don't know. There is a poll. If you're new to the chat or the stream, just got in, you decided to not watch the football game or whatever, and if it's a eighth inning stretch, so what, seventh inning stretch? I don't know.
Intermission.
Yeah, intermission. So let me see here, Gerry. Let's go through some fine folks in here. We got all good. She ditched us last night. Let's see here. Evening, gents. What's going on, Shamir? Let's see here. Gerry, what's going on, Gerry? Yeah, let's see here. You missed David Letterman, Gerry?
Yeah.
Was it David Letterman? What's the other guy?
Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson. Oh man,
that's kind of like I was actually thinking about that too the other day. I was like, yeah, when I go to doing the stream on my own, it's gonna be like not having Ed McMahon, right?
I was young, but I remember my grandpa watching Johnny Carson all the time. And if you ever go back, watch some highlights of Johnny Carson, the dude is hilarious.
Absolutely.
Oh man. CMF and W, she ditched us last night too. And All Good wasn't there, so CMFW didn't show up. See, you're missing a good football game.
I watched the last 2 minutes of the Tampa Bay Rams game. That was the best 2 minutes. So
it's pretty much what you can do with basketball too. The last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, they're almost always even.
Yeah.
So, Chucky Chill. What's going on, Chucky Chill? We got Rebecca. So I did put a comment in there saying she could look at Cisco. I think it was last week she mentioned stocks that potentially to get in for covered calls. So I think she said she just opened her very first cash secured put. Now she didn't say what it was, so if she's still here, tell us what expiry you got, tell us what stock it was, tell us what strike it was. And Gerry will critique it. Let's see here. What the heck? How do you change my vote so I show up for Gerry? Too late. Too late. Good evening. Oh, let's see. Have a good options tale I've been waiting for all weekend to share. This may take a few messages to explain in full. Oh. All right, shoot.
Let's go for it.
Freedom Seeker. Truth Seeker. Freedom Seeker. Yeah, I'm the same way. Retire with freedom, Gerry. You think of that name.
I like
Like
it.
freedom or retire with freedom.
I like it. Retire with freedom.
I'm just not about rebranding though. People can look at the old videos. It says, hidden freedom. Actually, matter of fact, it was hidden freedom investing back then. But yeah, retire with freedom. Oh man, let's see here. What do we got? I'm down. Yeah, all of us are down. I don't think there's anybody that's not down because most of the people are always heavy on the put side, right? So pretty much everybody's down. I showed up for Gerry, wanted to confirm his head is intact, floating head in last video.
I'm going to continue it.
Is that reminds me of the Jay Leno? Remember the floating head thing that he was doing?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. This like freaking whole chin would open up and a helicopter would fly out. Let's see here. Let's see here. I sold a Gerry outspread that expired Friday. Wasn't able to check my phone last 4 hours. Market was open. So when the market crapped out at the end of the day, my sold put was in the money and got holy cow. Remind me to come back to these other two folks here. Let me see here. And got executed and my purchase wasn't exercised. See what? Long story short, I bought 100 shares of Google on margin, got margin called over the weekend. Oh shit. And now need to sell 100 shares of Google first thing, or deposit more money, which he probably
That's a lot
didn't.
of money.
Let's see here. I'm make sure I don't skip these people in here. Monday morning and pray the market opens up and not further down. Costly lesson to learn, even though I had a sell order in place. It just never hit by the end of the day. Proper options management is key. There's a lot to unbake here.
Yeah.
So let's start with this one. So we had, I don't know what, he didn't say what a strike was. So was it a spread?
Yeah, it's a put spread. It really doesn't matter what the strike was. I think the big lesson here is don't let your spreads expire.
So it didn't get down below his bot put.
Right.
Okay. Can't he just exercise
At least
the bot
I don't
put?
know. I don't know. It doesn't sound like it did, because if it did, then he should have been in good shape, or at least.
Well, I mean, can't you just exercise the bot put?
If the market's open? No, yeah. If the market's
Monday
open.
you could. No, it might have expired,
Well,
so I guess it doesn't
expired.
matter.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's probably expired, so that doesn't matter. So you got 100 shares. Well, first of all, this is why you don't. If you're going to do something that risky, you don't leave your computer, right? You don't be where they have no internet, or you definitely really don't want to be trading on a phone, really. But obviously, the damage is already done here. So why weren't you able to check your phone, man? You don't go in for a freaking colonoscopy when you got something on this risky, right? It's just too risky. And I mean, the spreads only help you if it goes down below. So in this case, I've had a margin call, so you're gonna have to just sell it, or you're gonna have to just put more money in. That's your two options. Or you hope the market goes up.
It had a $95 swing on that day, roughly. Was this a zero DTE trade, or is this something that you had already?
It probably wasn't a zero DTE, but if it was, why would you have left the computer, right? My guess is he probably put it on maybe earlier in the week or something like that, and I mean, didn't expect Google to do what it did. Let's take a look at Google.
Yeah, I'm looking at the chart. I mean, look like you traded sideways for most of the.
Let's see. Did he write down there what a strike was and all that? Let's see.
Well, no, it trended down all week, but
I don't see any other posts from him. So, but the lesson, obviously, I'm not trying to come down to Matthew here at all. Just if you're going to do something risky, or you're going to take something to expire. You really need to be around the computer on Friday.
Yeah, it's $130 move for the week.
6% down on the week, yeah. So, but this is a good lesson here because a lot of people with smaller accounts just do spreads, right? But this is a good lesson because I don't know how wide the spread was. I don't know what strike it was, right? So maybe it's a little bit wider than maybe some people do. I don't know. But there you go. Is it really? I don't think it's the margin call that's a big deal here, though, because worst case would even hitting his bot put, right? That was max loss. So if that didn't happen, he's not at max loss.
Right. Exactly.
So this is not the worst case scenario, really.
Right.
Yeah, margin call is not good, but it wasn't max loss, and especially if Google's up tomorrow, right? You might be able to just get out in the morning, even pre-market. If the market's up pre-market, you might want to just dump it. Why risk it? Because I have a feeling the market's probably going to end up. It might go up in the morning, but it might just end up selling off, rug pull, and that's just what it's been doing.
Yep.
You have any comments there, Gerry?
Yeah, I've never let a spread expire. I just wouldn't do it because you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, even this could even happen after hours. It doesn't have to be. Yeah,
you're right.
Right. So
it's very rare, but it could have technically, I guess, options trade for like another. Or wait, it's not that it trades. They have like a certain amount of time to exercise up to like another hour, an hour and a half after the market closes or something like that.
Right. So it's probably best for a spread, especially if it's that close. Well, he didn't know it was going to be that close though, because he wasn't near the computer. So, it's probably best not to let him expire.
Best not to leave the computer. It's already hindsight's already 2020 in this case here. But there's your best bet is tomorrow morning, right when freaking pre-market opens up, check to see where Google is. If you're in the green, because I don't know what your strike is, if you're in the green, get the hell out of it. You can risk it, for the biscuit. Wait till the market opens and hope it goes green, but don't get greedy. Don't try to say, oh man, I think it's going to go up more. Don't get greedy. Just get the hell out of it. Even if you have to take a small loss, it's better than it tanking more or something like that, right? And then having the broker do something. I don't know if you have any other positions in there or not, because their broker could liquidate stuff. So you need to manage it, right? I want to know what happens to this one. So we have to remember this one, Gerry.
Yeah, I think most likely he just sell the shares, and he'll probably he'll realize the loss of the difference in the puts, right?
Yeah, I just want to know what the outcome ends up being. So hopefully Matthew will be here next week to tell us, or if he's in the Discord, tell us in there too. Minimal. Let's see, petite. Congrats on 1 year. Thanks a lot for that, C North. You got a 3-leaf clover there, Gerry.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, margin call. I've had one of those. You'll be getting a letter in the mail. I think it's mandatory they send a letter in the mail. So,
do they actually call you?
They didn't call, but they did send a letter, and you get a bunch of alerts everywhere else. I think that's a SEC requirement to actually send a physical letter out. 1 year, very nice. Thanks a lot for the alternative investments. Mark Wren, happy Sunday, everyone. Need a rally this week. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be Monday. It could be. I just think because the candle's not a reversal candle, I think there's more downside. And so that means it could be intraday downside, but it could end up the day being positive tomorrow, right? I'm just looking for the intraday spike down and then spike back up and then close. And that'll be a reversal candle. Short term, near term, I don't know. But what do we got here? Monday morning, I pray the market opens up and not further down. Costly lesson to learn, even though I had a sell order in place. It just never hit by the end of the day. Sell order in place. Wouldn't it be a buy order? Or, I mean, is it really just a sell order, meaning he wants to get rid of it, right? Which means a buy to close.
Yeah.
So a buy to close, what trying to decipher, does that mean he was trying to make a profit on it and it just never got there, or what? Or is this like a stop loss type of situation?
Good question. I think he was trying to make a profit. I mean, we're all trying to make a profit.
Yeah, I never put stop losses on. I never put, I mean, if you have to leave the computer, it might be smart to put those two things on, but I never leave the computer. Speaking of that, Thumper's got some humongous gonads. I mean, she leaves the computer to go to a freaking meeting with $69,000 at stake in some risky play,
Yeah, those things are huge. They got to hurt to be hauling those things around.
Yeah, wheelbarrow, baby. A gas wheelbarrow at that. Totally enjoyed these streams. Never missed any either. Grats, boys. We appreciate it. Like I said, we've just, it's Gerry and I just appreciate everybody that showed up every single week and met so many new folks. A lot of folks came to the Discord and, we talked to them there and all that stuff. And it's just been fantastic. Brian Peterson, let's see here. You don't need the unsubs anyway. That's true. That's what I've always been saying. It's the stupid stuff that I say, Gerry, that gets me in hot water,
Yeah, I'll see. We'll see how I limit it or unlimited or what on my
like
show.
The fact that the wax Biden looks smarter, more alive than the real Biden.
It definitely does. It's unreal. It's like, can we have that one?
Man. The real Kamala, the wax Kamala doesn't laugh as much either, so that's good. She actually looks better too. She's got a better complexion.
Yeah, I thought so too. They didn't do that great of a job on her, I don't think.
Why, making her look all raggedy?
Yeah.
I wonder if Pelosi has one.
No, it's only reserved for presidents. This is the first vice president that's ever got waxed.
Wax down there. What's funny about it is, why was she waxed, Gerry?
She was the first woman vice president.
You can't even say it.
She was the first black woman vice president, and the first Asian vice president.
Oh my God, I'm crying over here.
Lord.
Oh yeah, tough few months. Just makes keeping the buying power usage low. Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
Shit, I'm at 15%, and I still probably gonna add something new next week. I'm gonna add another Q's. You got Christopher Blaine, evening guys and gals. You can't say that anymore, Christopher.
Yeah, you got to say evening people and peopleettes. No, I guess you can't say.
No, you can't say that. You can only say hers and his, right?
No, you can't. I don't think you can say that. Well,
No?
yeah, you
what
can.
What do you say? People?
People. Humans?
Humans, yeah. Humankind.
Well,
Earthlings.
Isn't that discriminatory to aliens, though?
Earthlings? Yeah, earthlings would be, I suppose. It sounds so stupid. I lost a sub. Thank you.
They, them. They, them.
Must have been the wax comments, Gerry.
It's they, them.
Yeah, you're probably right. They, them. Evening, Christopher. Oh man, Mark Ryan. Let's see here. I'll be willing for a while myself after last week. Yeah, just be careful. Everybody's pretty much getting ass in hand. I mean, because the thing is it's been a while since we have had a pullback like this, right? That wasn't buy the fucking dip, right? So this is the first time we've had one that's crossed the 200 in a while. It wasn't bought out. I mean, how many times last year, Gerry, you said, buy the fucking dip, buy the fucking dip. He needs some people to buy the fucking dip, right?
I think a lot of it, though, like we were talking about last night, there's a lot of stimulus money in the market, and there's a lot of first-time investors, and they're just panicking out. So, there's no stimulus to prop it up. So those people that put their stimulus to work are getting it out. So,
well, I still think the market's going to be fine this year. This is good. This will bring money into the market. Just, it's all about stock selection. If you're going to do stock picking and you're going to trade individual stocks, it's all about stock selection, really. So if you guys want to ask a question in here, make sure it's an easy one. Sorry, that was a Biden.
If anybody if you didn't watch the press conference, you'll know because he was taking questions and he goes, if you give me, just to let you guys know, if you give me easy questions, I can give you quick answers. He's asking for easy questions.
Oh God, I didn't watch any of the news stations really last week at all. I watched a lot of CNBC, and it was actually refreshing to not listen to all the garbage that comes out of the news stations.
Yeah, I stopped watching it, but I listen to it a lot. So not a lot, but some.
But it's just stuff like that. That's just kind of just hilarious. Let's see, Grind to Retire. What's up, y'all? What's going on, Grind to Retire? We got a grateful man. Hello. He's getting his ass handed to him in Redfin, Gerry.
Ooh, what is that? RDFN?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah.
It's ugly.
Man. Where's the support? 20?
Support on Redfin. I don't know. 20 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 is pretty good. If 20 doesn't hold, 10's good. Palantir had a shitty week, I think. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Oh,
thanks,
yeah.
Dave.
It's basically making a beeline right to our $10 number, Gerry.
Thanks, Dave.
Are you still in it?
Oh, yeah.
I think had a rough week, man. 15% down on the week. What, Gerry? We've been quarterbacking this thing for the last several weeks. Yeah. $10. You still bullish on it?
There's another lesson there that I talked to you about last night too. If the bullish case breaks down, right, or if you don't want to be in that stock, just get out. Don't sit there and try to run the wheel and think that you could be right. If your thesis is over with, get out, because there's I could have got out and at Palantir, right? I was thinking, because I have like 200 shares at like $20, and it was sitting at $15, and I was like, I want out of this thing. And then something in my head said, dude, sell a like right at the money covered call that expires in a couple of days, right? And get out of it that way. Collect the freaking $100 and get out of it. Nope. Didn't happen.
Well, there's two things he said there. First of all, don't even worry about the wheel if you want to get out of something.
Exactly.
Get the hell out of it.
Get the hell out of it.
without even trying to wheel the damn thing. So the thing is people have a mental block of taking losses sometimes.
Yep.
I know because I've been there. You know what I mean? But sometimes it's just better to take the damn loss and get the hell out of it and start rebuilding immediately. You know?
That's what's screwed up, is because I was sitting there. I should have took my first instinct, right? Your first instinct is usually right. And my first instinct was just sell all, take the loss, and move on. Nope. I took my second instinct. The little birdie on this shoulder said, sell the call and the money in a few days, right? And it just screwed me.
Why couldn't you have done it deeper in the wait? No, would have been
you just
deeper in the money. Would that have worked? Yeah,
no,
deeper in the money would have worked.
It could have worked. Yeah.
Just obviously you're going to reduce some of the extrinsic value there, but bottom the lesson learned is get the hell out of the damn thing. Especially when we've been talking about it for several weeks now that it's going to freaking, well, it's going to 0, but it's going to 10. So it's going to $10. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, you know. 15% last week, Gerry. Delta lies. Talking about Delta, the
plane or the Greek. I think he's talking about the Greek.
Talk about the Greeks. Bottom is in, boys. We go up from here. I think that the SPY spikes down first. And let me go to, let's see here. I think the SPY spikes down to the 200 first. Sorry, to the 330 first. Excuse me, 430 first.
Yeah, I was like, what?
430 from 437.
Yeah.
It's going to spike down another 1.5 to 2%, I think, intraday at some point, and then maybe bounce. That's what I think. I could be wrong, of course. I'm always wrong. What do you think, Gerry?
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Also on the Qs too. That looks, you were talking about around 345.
Well, 350 is where it's going to probably test first.
Yeah.
Because of that October low it had.
Yeah, it's already there. So we'll see what it does today. If it falls, if it breaks down from there, yeah, you're right. 340, low 340s.
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking here. Not basically calling you a liar or anything like that. I'm just thinking it has to spike down intraday and then go back up, and then it could go up. I don't think if we do go up, like let's say we have a reversal candle on Monday and we go up from there, I don't think we're going to make new highs. I think we're going to come up to the upper trend line and kind of roll over possibly and then come back down, make a new low. But it does get everybody an opportunity to get rid of some shit and shuffle some shit around, you know, and reset your sphincter. I'm clicking at all these ads for you, Davey. And Gerry. Wait, I guess it's just for me. Gerry. So what do you think? Matt's been MIA. Where's that guy?
Yeah, where you been?
He's in all these new ventures and shit, NFTs, and he's all over the place. Jeez.
I think he's a Twitter star now.
He's a Twitter star. He's not to mention he's still is he still in Wish, Palantir, and Crypto or what?
I haven't heard anything otherwise.
What is Wish? I think Wish has still gotten destroyed, right? Let's see.
I think Wish is really going to 0, actually, like for real.
Held up pretty good last week. Let's take a look at Square. That one came up last week. Square had a rough week. It's still overvalued. We talked about Square a lot, I think, on Thursday too.
Yeah. What about Netflix?
That's a hell of a drop.
Yeah, you talk about so a lot of people got assigned some shares here, I think.
I have to say, where it bounced or where it ended the day on Friday is a pretty good support level. That's 400.
Yeah, it's looking like it.
And I think I mentioned that on Thursday, if I was mistaken. I bet you it spikes down and then goes and closes the day probably right at 400. I think that's what I said, because it's got support there, and that's look exactly what it did. If like you're a big believer in Netflix, I mean I use Netflix. Um, it's probably not a bad pickup. You know, here's the thing is though, you can play it with puts, get down to the 200s, and make some pretty good money down there.
Yeah. Man, that's a huge freaking gap. Jeez.
Which gap are you talking about?
The gap down, I mean.
I'm not showing a gap.
No, I'm talking Netflix. Just the drop is all
Oh,
I'm
you
saying.
talk okay, never mind. On a daily, you'll see the gap. Yeah. I'm thinking you could open up puts on this thing down around the 300 or below, and that would be pretty reasonably priced down there. So you're not getting into something that's like going to drop substantially more, in my opinion. I mean, let's look and see what they're worth down there.
Yeah, that's what I'm pulling up right now.
Netflix. Let's go out to the regular expiry in March, by the way. So that's March 18th. It's 50 something days out, but let's
Oh
just go
yeah.
down. Let's see here.
You get $350 there.
You can go down to 300, for what? 350? Is that what you said?
Yep.
300, 300. That's another, let's see, how far is that? 300 by 400.
That's a long way.
That's another 25% down. Highly unlikely. Highly. It's just drop 25%. I think that's a pretty good play. Let's see what type of
Yeah,
market.
it's not, I mean, if we were talking about a, biotech type of company or something, then yeah, you can see 50% drops all day long. We're talking about a huge company, large cap, Netflix. It's not going to keep going like that.
$2,400 in margin impact. That's it for $350. That's a pretty damn good return. If I don't say so myself. Yeah, I think that's a good one. I don't know. I might look at it. So 45 people watching and 13 thumbs up. Go hit the thumbs up, people. Let's see here. Gerry. Let's see. Let's do a refresh over here. Get your vote in. We'll look at that in the next 6 minutes. And let's see here. What we got? Market Scraper. Let's go to Market Scraper. I don't know what he's been in lately. Tesla's maybe.
Teslas, Neos,
Neos and Tesla puts maybe.
Bitcoin.
Good evening. Let's see here. Zaki? Is it Zaki? Zaki. Selling SPY puts next week if I see a sign of short-term bottom. Yeah, you're really probably going to have to wait till the end of the day Monday to figure that out, right? At least the last hour or so, because the market could be up 200 points, 300 points, and sell off at the last hour easily.
Yeah, what a swing that was Friday. I mean, I was up like $3,000 on the day and then ended up down like $1,000. It's like, holy crap.
I think I was up $3,000 and then ended up down the day $6,000. And the dividend portfolio has just been shot to hell the last few weeks. 40, 50 grand shot like that. Yeah, so I'm in a kind of an agreement here. Just, I still think we're going to get a spike down intraday. Might not be tomorrow, but it's going to be this week. Let's see. Markets are stretched. Probably. Yeah, let's see. Did anybody block this person? Not you, Zaki. Saki. Let's see. The person below you. Let's see here. Bills just took the lead with less than 2 minutes. What do we got? Meet Kevin. Panic sold everything. Sign of market bottom, maybe. It's actually probably true.
Yeah.
Because it normally tends to work out like that. Just when you've had enough, like, oh, I'm getting out of stuff, is when things reverse, right? It almost works like clockwork. Maybe he did the close all button, Gerry. Or the gas station shut off button.
That's what happened to me with Wayfair. Like I sold it right at the top and it freaking came back down. And I'm like, you son of a
pretty much how it works. Because a lot of people are probably in the same. They're probably holding the bag just as much as you are. They, and it tended to work out. I don't know. Baba kind of did that to me, I suppose. Let's see here. Isn't Fed meeting later this week? Is it? Let's see here. January? Meeting in March for sure, right? Next Fed meeting. Let's see here. January 25th, 26th. Markets are expected to remain on edge as Fed meets in the week ahead. Are they making a rate decision, though? FOMC. Yeah, maybe they are. 1, 2, 3. This is not one. This is. I don't think that this is one of their major ones, though, right? They do 4 times a year. They do like the economic projections and all that, and this is not one of those. So I think they could still make a rate change, but I don't know. I think the market actually. I don't know. I don't know what the hell, Jerry. I can't predict shit. I think the market will definitely. Obviously, the market's gonna be on edge. Obviously, but was that? I think it's 12 o'clock. Yeah, it's 12 o'clock here, so that's 2 o'clock Eastern. Just be aware of that. And if you're up that day, it'll sell off. It's bad news. Yeah, whatever. Be aware of it. We got, I think, okay. Spend. Hello, everybody. See here. What's Matt here? But I've also started to see a lot of bulls coming to light. So maybe be bearish. Don't try to outsmart the market. Kansas City took back the lead with 1 minute. Wow, what a game. Jeez. Jerry, we are a sports channel.
Yeah, Kansas City. The football games have been pretty wild endings here.
We are a sports update channel now. Yeah, didn't somebody recently kick like a 60-yard field goal or something like that?
I'm sure somebody did. I don't watch it close enough, Dave.
Yeah, somebody I thought recently did some very long field goal. I've always wanted to see one, but I never watched enough games to get anything like that. My trial with puts, CCL strike 19, 1/2A SoFi strike 13. Those are Jerry specials right there.
Yeah, the SoFi one I got out of finally. CCL
19.
Oh man.
We're not going to try to burst your bubble here, but I don't like them.
I don't like the CCL.
I feel CCL is better than the SoFi, but
it is. SoFi had a nice spike because they're going to become a bank, but I definitely took the opportunity of that spike to get out of my. I had a $15 put and a $12.50 put, and I was able to get out of those all together. And I'm not going to enter back in because look, they were down 7.5% on Friday.
What I'm saying basically on SoFi is I just feel that CCL is a better company, a more solid company than SoFi is.
As long as they don't have to divert a ship to avoid a arrest warrant. Did you hear about that one?
No.
You hear about that? There's some
No.
I don't know if it's Korean or some cruise ship. They were gonna dock in Miami, but there was an arrest warrant out because they failed to pay like millions of dollars in fuel costs.
Wait, so who was the arrest warrant for? The captain?
I don't know if it was the captain or what, but what they did was they were going to go to Miami or somewhere in Florida to end their trip. They beelined it and went to the Bahamas. And so everybody's stuck in the Bahamas.
It had to have been the freaking captain. Could you imagine like they're a passenger, like how could you convince them to turn the ship around,
They sure beelined it to the Bahamas. Says, sorry guys, you're out. We're done. So now all the passengers are trying to have to catch flights back to Florida.
That's only so it's not an American cruise ship company.
No, I think it's Korean, if I recall correctly. That's freaking
Why are
hilarious.
there an arrest warrant in the States?
I don't know. I don't
Maybe it was an
understand why
American.
I don't understand why the circumstances are beyond that, but the reason why
I
they're
gotta
dealing with it.
figure out more details from this.
Yeah, I read a quick little thing about it, and it just cracked me up.
Not trying to beat you up here, Rebecca. I'm just saying. I like the CCL one better.
Well, actually, SoFi, she's out of it. It's expired 121, so good. I would be very careful with SoFi if you're going to play it. I wouldn't. I'm not going to anymore. But CCL I do like better. But the problem with CCL is it doesn't have any good support right here.
And it's not a dividend payer either. So, and I know you're kind of focused on dividends a lot, so, if you get a sign, because it's, 19 is very likely, you're going to get a sign. You're just going to be sitting on it, not making a dime, right? I mean, you could turn around and try to wheel it, but
you can turn around and wheel it. But I'd try if you got some profit. If you get some profit in that, I'd definitely buy to close it and see if you would maybe reestablish at the 17, 16 area. There's probably nothing there though.
yeah, that's the number I would use on there. Beyond that, yeah, if you can't get down below the 18, I wouldn't play it. It doesn't pay a dividend. I don't know when they're going to reinstate the dividend. Probably not anytime soon. So, yeah. Well, hey, thanks for sharing that, Rebecca. We got here. Sorry, should have added that info. Put spread was 2650, 2600.
Ooh, that's wide.
Wasn't in the green in the morning because premiums were crazy from the drop all week. So I was waiting further in the day to lessen my loss, break even, or make my profit. Plan to finalize at noon when I was supposed to get off work. My profession has many unforeseen events occur. So the scene I was in, oh man, I get what you're saying. Oh, gosh. Maybe he's in a classified environment or something like that, so you can't bring your phone in there. It's got to stay out in the freaking. It's got to stay out in the freaking parking lot.
Yeah, and you run the risk when you're that wide too, because that one could be assigned wide, and the other one doesn't matter.
It's a good lesson right there, but it's not a max loss,
right?
So it's not the worst case. Let me look at Google. See, it was Google 2650. Yeah, shit. So, wait. What did it close? It closed it at 26. Oh, so it just barely missed his bot put.
It just barely missed.
It's almost a max loss.
That's that sucks.
Yeah. Well, there's a good lesson there because honestly, a lot of these stocks love to stop right at whole numbers like that. You know what I mean? So you might want to come up $5 from that. It would have fixed that problem. I'm pretty sure it goes in $5 increments, doesn't it?
Probably.
Oh man, so you're literally right at the max loss, but I mean, as long as it doesn't take tomorrow, you're not going to be worse off than you are right now. Obviously, if it goes down, you're pretty much SOL. But
yeah, he's probably it'll probably stick right here.
Well, what I'm afraid of though is it spiking down and then coming up near the end of the day, and it's like you don't know that it's going to do that, right?
Yeah.
That's a risk. That's a big risk too, especially when you got a margin call sitting there on you. You don't want to get in a situation where you think it's, going to go up and it goes down. And it's like you're just kind of waiting around. You need to make a decision because they could start liquidating something for you. you got more stuff in there just other than this position, you could get your ass handed to you. So I skipped a lot of shit here. Let's see here. That's cool. We got more context on that one. James Posse or Posey?
Posey.
Should have never held a losing spread that far. Yeah, let's see here. I've had TD Ameritrade notify me. Let's see, notify about a margin just because I sold went in the money before the market opened. Still had 1 month. Yeah. Brokers aren't going to put them in a situation where they're going to lose money. So they're always going to take care of themselves first. They will do whatever they need to do. They'll liquidate. They'll, send the police to your house, and not really, but they will, do what they need to do. They're not. If you were running a broker, wouldn't you do the same damn thing? Right? You're not going to lose money off of somebody who's doing something. I get the argument, right? I would say in this case here, could you have closed it before you went to this emergency, call or whatever it was, or were you just kind of, trying to be a little bit greedy? Was there any greed involved here?
I think there's usually greed involved.
There always is. There's always thinking it's gonna go fucking green, right? Man, let us know on that one next week. I'm so curious about that one. I should write that one down, Gerry.
Yeah, update us next week for sure.
Yeah, Lord Slade. Hello, guys. I'm gonna be looking at Google in the morning. Pre-market.
I know.
Pre-market.
Well, I'm still asleep at that time.
Well, see, technically the pre-market starts printing at 2 a.m. here. You can't trade at 2 a.m., but I think pre-market should open 2 hours before the market opens, I think. Not every broker might allow that, but if Google's in the green tomorrow morning in pre-market, I would try to get out of it. Watch the spread, though. Of course, on Google, it shouldn't be too big of a spread, but just watch the spread if that's the case. Hello, guys. A little late to the party. Just in time, Lord Slade. Bills just took the lead back again with 13 seconds left.
Yes.
You a Bills fan, Gerry?
No, I'm not a Chiefs fan.
So pretty much anybody else other than the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Who's Bill? The Williams took back the lead, Gerry. So that's Buffalo Bills, right?
Yeah, it's the Buffalo Bills. Oh man, I just went and looked. I
shouldn't have looked. Buffalo, New York?
I shouldn't have looked.
Where's Buffalo?
Buffalo, New York. I just looked. Freaking Kansas won. Damn it.
Kansas. Why don't you like Kansas, Gerry?
Because they're in the same division as the Raiders.
You know a lot about football. Who's on first? That's pretty much me. Oh, man. It's not that I don't like sports. Football's just never been one of the ones that I've ever really cared about. I never played football. Every time I've ever thrown footballs around, I've either sprained my ankle or sprained a thumb. And it's just,
I never wanted to play sports. Funny story, right? 7th grade, they were doing flag football, right? And I hated school. I absolutely despised school. And they were doing flag football. Well, they needed a center, right? So they had me go up under center and hike the ball like shotgun, right? And I got there, hiked the ball, perfect freaking spiral back to the quarterback, right? And they were like, "Oh, nice, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Oh, crap. I don't want to do this."
So basically you're saying screw up the freaking laundry and shrink all your woman's stuff and turn all of her underwear red and stuff so you never have to do laundry again?
So I went back second snap and I'm like, all right. And I freaking threw it in the
Over his
dirt.
head.
They're like, oh, he's no good. All right, cool. So
Oh my
end up
God.
in the center.
Jeez, Gerry. Oh, it's like shooting a freaking free throw air ball or something. Good evening, Dave and Gerry. What's going on? Hey, you know what, Gerry? I forgot about the poll. Let's get to the poll before we continue here.
Okay.
What the hell is the poll? I forgot about the poll. Let's see here. Go get your vote in before I read the results here. We got 67 votes. Let's get that to 69 votes. 69. 2 more votes. Let's see. Do you think the S&P 500 will put a short-term bottom in this week? We got 54% of the people said yes. We got 22% said no. We got 9% said don't care, give me premium. 15% don't care, I show up for Gerry. That hurts my feelers, Gerry.
That hurts mine too, because that just tells me only 15% of the people are going to show up to the live when I take over.
It hurts me because Gerry put that poll out there and didn't put me on there.
There's 50 people watching, right? So only 15% are coming. So what is that? 7.5 people are coming to watch the stream in a couple.
I hate to burst your bubble, Gerry. It went down to 14%.
Oh, shit.
It's 69 votes. 52 said yes, the market will put a short-term bottom in. 25 said no. 9% for they don't give a rat's ass. That's just give you the freaking premium. 14%. I have a feeling, Gerry, that if people could vote twice, they would have either vote yes or no. Plus, they would have said, "I don't care. I show up for Gerry." So there you go. Obviously, nobody voted for me. So, oh man, 69 votes. You got up to 69. Appreciate it. Good evening, Matt Freddy. Hope the market crashes more. Bye. That's like the Kramer. Bye.
New kids on the block here?
What's that?
Are you new kids on the block here?
I'm at a let's see, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, Gerry. What's the word I'm looking for? I have a bunch of cash in the 401k, and I don't want to deploy it because I'm going to be rolling that over here in like a month or two, and I don't know what the market's going to do in that amount of time. But if I had that money in my other account right now, something would be going to work. You know, it's like it's eating away at me. I want to put it to work, but I can't risk, just being stuck in that account, because the risk is that I put that money to work in this account, and then when I get ready to roll it over, it's down, and it takes a week or two for the market or for me to move the money over and the market recovers. That's the risk. When I saw Biden say that, I was like, this is our country now. A president begging for easy questions from a squad of his cheerleaders. They're getting riskier. They're actually asking questions about his competence and all that stuff now.
Yeah, it wasn't that's because he opened it up. I bet you his handlers were like, no, get off the stage. Because he was doing his normal, let's see, I'm supposed to call on Dave from CNN. He was doing that stuff. And then all of a sudden,
doing that?
He just opened it up. And I was like, oh, that's not good.
I think he actually had, I just caught a little glimpse of it. Didn't he whisper in the microphone? Although it wasn't pay or fair share this time, it was something else.
No, I don't remember, but
he whispered something else into the freaking microphone. It wasn't a whisper. I take that back. It was his normal close to the microphone spiel that he does, but it wasn't the pay or fair share. I'm waiting for this tank. What do you boys think of BTCS? The hell is BTCS? Is that a Bitcoin or something? No, it's
It
not.
might be. Yeah, don't know what that is.
Oh my God,
Yes.
that's a freaking. I can't even call that a micro cap.
50 million.
That's a pico cap. If anybody knows
Oh,
electronics in here.
yeah, that's blockchain. Oh, it's a SPAC. Has it been? Wait, what?
It
It
can't be a.
intends to acquire
No.
digital assets to provide investors with indirect ownership of Bitcoin. Okay, it's not a SPAC.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it. It's total garbage.
Yeah, that's definitely can go to zero.
I mean, are you in this with? Is there even options on this?
No, there ain't going to be no options on that. That's a day trade stock.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, you're better off going to play video poker at a casino. At least you have some, control. This is just complete garbage. I know people probably don't like me to be. I'm going to be frank, Gerry.
You're Frank now?
I'm going to be frank. Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
Frank.
going to be frank. I'm going to be upfront with grind to retire. I don't like it. It's garbage. 20% move
It
in a
was
week.
founded in 2013. Been trading on the stock market for a while. Well, hey, back in what the heck? It was $2,000 back in 2016. That can't be
It's
right.
just not my type of stock. It's too small of a market cap. It's got a, when it moves that fucking much, 20% in a week, 76% down from the 52-week high. It's up 50% year to date, which means that it can fall a lot more. It's just not my type of stock. To me, it's just, if you're going to play it, play with a small amount of money.
Yeah, I
Don't
mean, it's
freaking
absolute.
dump your whole damn net worth in it.
It's absolute a spec play. I mean, yeah, you can make some money, but you can lose it all too.
Yeah, play with house money. Matt Freddie, Dave, if you were to buy Leap options like 2023 through 2024 on SPY, at what SPY level would you get in? That's a good question. Let's take a look, Gerry. Where would I buy, or where would I put the strikes at? I would put the strike probably.
For a leap call.
Oh, a call?
A leap
I was
call.
gonna go with a put. No way I'd do a call. He didn't say call on here.
Well, you ain't gonna do a leap put, are you?
Well, I'm not, but I was just saying if I was going to do one.
I guess you
I'd
could do a
probably,
leap
let's
put.
see here. Shit. You know me. I think I'd probably end up going with like a 300 or something like that.
That far in the money?
What do you mean?
A call on? Wait, are we
Put,
talking
put,
SPY?
put.
Oh, put. Okay. Never mind.
I'd go with like a 300. Let me see if there's any money to be made on that though. A 300 SPY. Calls? No, there's no way in hell I'd do a call out that far. A naked call. I wouldn't do. No, there's no way. No. I mean, I wouldn't probably do either one unless I was going to be in a coma for a year,
If you're gonna
which you
buy
obviously
it,
don't know if you're going to be. But let's just say December 2024. Let's see. Did he actually give a date on here?
but if you're gonna buy, I think he's looking to buy.
December 2024. That's pretty far out. What did I say? 300? It's
Yeah.
$1,600.
He's
Wait,
looking to
take
buy
that
a
back.
Leap.
It's like
Dave.
$1,800. What?
He's looking to buy a Leap.
Did you write something else down there lower?
No, it says right there.
Oh, fuck.
If you were to buy Leap options, so I would
I missed
imagine
that
he's
part,
going to
Gerry.
buy a Leap call.
So let's see here. If you were to buy a Leap option, like 20, let's see here. If that's the case, why wouldn't you just go at the money? Or in the money?
I was
If
just
you
going to
think the
say,
market's going to be bullish, why else would you be getting into it otherwise?
you know, unless you thought you were going to sell some like a PMCC on it,
Well, if you're going to do the PMCC, you'd still go deep in the money.
then you go deep in the money. You go to the 350 range or something like that. But if you're bullish and you think the bottom's in on SPY, just buy at the money.
The only reason I would use a Leap, though, is if I was going to do a PMCC. And if I was probably bullish on SPY, I'd probably just sell more puts. I don't know, because that way I can be down 10% or whatever, 15% and still make money. I just wouldn't probably buy. I don't think right now would be the time to be buying them. That's just me, Matt. Unless you're like, something I don't know. Like if you have an inside connection to Pelosi's portfolio or something like that, we don't know. Let us know, because
or her cousin's portfolio.
yeah, you got a lot of conviction if that's the case. If you actually think that is this just a short-term thing? You actually think that the SPY is going to make a new high? I don't know. I think long term, obviously 10 years, the market's going to be higher than where it is now, probably, right? But anyways, I think I pretty much, beat that dead horse to a pulp. I don't know if I've answered the question, though, did I?
Probably not.
If I was going to do it, I'd be doing it just for straight PMCC. That would be it. So it's hard for me to answer the question.
Yeah, if it were me and I was going to do a PMCC, I'd be down in the 350 range or lower. And if I was just straight up bullish and wanted to take a position in SPY right now and thinking that it's going to go up from here, I'd go at the money.
You really want to try to go at the money because you're going to get the best move out of it if it does move. If you put it up, like say 10% or something like that, you'll make some. It's going to cost you less, but it might not get there. It's going to continue to bleed off, right? Now, if it just makes a move towards that direction, it'll still be in the green. But I don't know. I kind of like it. I kind of like to do leaps in the money or at the money. I kind of actually honestly like to do them deep in the money. That way I have the option of doing a PMCC if I want to, which I think would be a better case for the SPY. Lawrence, let's see here. Game tied the end of regulation on a trying 49-yard field goal. Wow.
Tying. They tied the game.
So what is there? Is there expansion time or what?
Yeah, it's overtime and it's over. KC won.
Oh, that's okay. We're that far behind?
Yeah.
Safest thing to do is not sell options on terrible companies. Yeah, I agree, but some people are going to beg to differ. They don't know what a terrible company is. Some people think that. Gerry, name a shitty company.
Fubo.
Some people think companies like Fubo are great. Some people think that Wish is not going to zero. Some people think that Wish is going to $100. Wait, this week we just had somebody saying that AT&T is going to $100.
Yeah, that's right. That's not happening, by the way.
Well, if they reverse split, it'll get there.
I guess that's true.
And to quote Gerry, nothing good comes out of a reverse split.
Typically not.
GE. Geez, the last
Typically
one I
not.
remember. It's kind of right back where it's been, but yeah, that guy's. He thinks after the merger or the things done with AT&T, that AT&T is going to go to $100. Now, could AT&T go to $100 in the next 5-10 years? Yeah, maybe. I think it's highly unlikely, though. Not unless they buy a boatload of shares back, and because what they're doing, I think the bull case is they're trying to get rid of the debt, right? Because that's the big overhanging thing they had, right?
Right. But
They had
then
to delay the 5G.
had delayed the 5G, but then the argument is, where do they get their growth from?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I just don't see it.
They're getting rid of their growth factor.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's a shitty company or anything. I'm just saying $100. Yeah, that's like saying Ford's going to get to $100. You know,
That's more likely.
You're probably right. Freaking Gerry. TNA is in the money. 28 Jan puts 65. Roll to Feb 65. See if market goes up and gets to 60. Close for a loss. Is there a question here?
Not
I see a
really.
question mark.
He's looking for confirmation, I think.
I'll let Gerry answer that. He's a TNAer.
So are you.
I have a few.
I have that same one in the money at a 65, but no, it's not the same one. Mine is all the way out to February 18th or something like that. So it's already in the money, and I'm just gonna watch it, twiddle my thumbs.
I have the 65s and the 60s that are in the money. My 55s are close. Luckily, I don't have a lot of contracts on for those. I have 2 65s, and then I got 160 and 155. So I actually was going to look taking the 50. I'm looking at taking the 55 off. Wait, no, I take that back. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know, but I'd roll it. I'd see if you can roll it to 60.
TNA is in the money, 28 Jan. Oh, so it expires this Friday. Oh, so yeah, I'm not in that boat. Mine all expire a month later. Yeah, he's not a big fan of TNA because of the triple leverage. It's not. Don't be scared of the triple leverage, folks. Be scared of being held in those things long term. That's the problem. It's just if you get assigned the shares, you don't want to be holding those things for you really don't want to be holding them for a long term. There's a lot of risk. There's more risk there. LLL at Gerry say Wish really going to zero. Palantir short of yeah. Wish doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. A lot of shit got destroyed this week. Shopify got destroyed. There is earnings this week. Let's take a look at the earnings. What do we have earnings this week? IBM. See, nothing really good before market opens. IBM after market closes. You got what the hell's Bro? Brown and Brown. Don't know him. You know Brown and Brown, Gerry?
Alcohol company, I believe.
It says insurance brokers.
Oh, that's BR. I think BR.
You got Logitech.
Yeah.
Logitech was a pandemic play.
Yes.
So it's one of those ones. It's a Zoom. It's a Peloton. It's a Clorox, right?
Oh yeah, Piton got destroyed.
Yeah, but Logitech was another pandemic play where I got a C920. That's this camera right here, right? Those things went from like $69 to like $300 on Amazon. Oh man.
Yeah, you couldn't get them. It was crazy.
No. But that was a pandemic play. Let's look at Clorox. It's been a while since I looked at that one. At least that one found some support.
Oh yeah, that would held up very well. Look like
It went right back to where it was pre-pandemic, though. Now, granted, it is a little bit higher. Probably right when the let me see here, right when the Omicron news started up, it popped back up a bit. It looked like, but it did go right back to where it was pre-pandemic before it popped again. I don't think Matt's still in that one either. Oh, my wallet. What's this, Gerry? Davey and GW, what do you think will be the result of the Fed meeting on Tuesday and Wednesday?
I don't even pay attention to them. I just look at it after. When I find out about the Fed meeting is when my account goes haywire, and then I go looking.
So the market,
why?
The market almost always goes haywire right at 2 o'clock my time. Okay, excuse me, 12 o'clock my time. So 2 o'clock Eastern, the market always goes haywire. It usually spikes up or it spikes down and then pretty much goes right back to where it was. Unless something comes out of there that was unexpected, right? I don't know if they're doing a rate decision. If they're doing a rate decision, I don't think they're going to change a rate. They still haven't even cut all the bond buying back yet. I don't think they're going to make any change. We'll see. I'll probably eat crow. Did you give me $5? I didn't see it show up.
Yeah, I saw it.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Freaking money bags. Well, $5 closer to the 2 million. I'm actually in danger of going below 1.9, Gerry. That's how bad of a week it's been. It's definitely yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna raise the rates I don't know. I just don't. I think they're gonna raise rates this year, obviously, but I just don't think they're gonna move here in January. I don't know, I hope I'm wrong. I don't hope I'm wrong. Let's see here. KC wins in overtime. We got play-by-play. Spin. Cool. Fact is, if the institution's multi-billion-dollar funds like teacher pensions, state employees, funds, union pensions, university funds, etc., aren't finished selling, the market will continue down. Why are they selling? Why are they selling, a grateful man? I didn't hear anything about them selling at all. Did you hear anything like that, Gerry?
No. The only thing I've read is that the ETF outflows are huge right now.
Where's it all going?
Into cash, I guess. Which is a bad spot to be.
Cash pays you zero.
Yeah, it's a bad spot to be.
Matter of fact, it pays you minus 5%, or who knows, could even be minus 10%. Especially if they're going to pass another bill. I saw the Meet Kevin video. He's trying to time the market bottom with 20 million. That guy has a huge set. Let's talk about nuts. If you didn't pick it up. Yeah, I don't know anything. I've never watched a video of his. I don't know anything about the guy. They're trying to knock off Newsom, but he couldn't do that apparently. The thing is, though, you can't time. Nobody can time the market. So I'm kind of interested to see if he can do it. If you got a big bankroll, I mean, he could throw a bunch of money in, be wrong, throw more money in, but you can't time the bottom. What would you do, Gerry? If you had 20 million, would you time the market? Would you try to?
With 20 million?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't care.
You go buy a freaking country coach, top of the line, freaking Prevost.
I wouldn't care. I'd put it in and walk away. What the heck? Even if it went down 50%,
and walk
who
away.
cares?
Well, so this is it's hard to understand, right? Because people look at me, and I'm not rich, by the way, but some people could say that I am and say, why aren't you on the beach somewhere, right? But I look at him and say, what the hell? What are you doing this for? You got $20 million. Why aren't you doing it? You know what I mean? Like, it's to him, he might be poor. You know what I mean? So it's all relative. Once you get to a certain amount of money, beyond you have all your basic needs met and all that stuff, then, it's all relative, because I look at somebody with, $5 million, $10 million, and it's like, geez, why aren't you freaking retired, So, Susie Orman is rolling over. Wait, she's not in her grave yet. Susie Orman is rolling over, Gerry.
Is she?
Probably.
Let's see. What's 20 million times
3%
is, I mean, that's $600,000 a year. I mean, wait, did I do that wrong? 20 million? No, I did that right.
Did. What is that, 3 billion or 20 billion add in there?
20 million times what?
0.03.
0.03.
600,000.
600,000. Like, I could not spend that much money.
600,000 divided by 12, 50 grand a month.
I couldn't spend that much money.
Here's the other thing, folks. The dude makes a boatload of money on YouTube. And if you're thinking that Gerry and I make a lot of money on YouTube, you're mistaken. We put in way more hours than the amount of money we get paid. We don't even get paid a living wage, Gerry.
Yeah, we ought to protest at YouTube headquarters.
Yeah.
Pay a living wage.
Yeah. It was a cruise line out of Hong Kong. That's hilarious. Yeah. Stupid people. Not the stupid people. Those poor people is the better way of saying it. They had to go all the way to the Bahamas. They got a free ride to the Bahamas. The worst part about it is, what if they just came to the Bahamas? Bahamas is that's not a U.S. territory, is it?
No.
No, I think there's only U.S. two. That's what?
Puerto Rico.
And is it Dominican Republic? No. DR? Is it DR?
Guam
is. Yeah. Who is his broker? That's a good question. Yeah, does anybody know the answer to that question? Who Interactive brokers would be pretty. They cater to people with big money, but who? Would you be on Robinhood with $20 million? I want free trade. Jesus. Oh man.
He's got it.
Yeah, what other professional brokers are out there, really, besides Schwab and Fidelity, which honestly are not really trading platforms, Microsoft put 300 in the money, and Fuckbook put 280. Both expired in 2 weeks. Hope to get a bounce or may take assignment. Microsoft was rolled, so loss would be 1,000 plus. 300 and a 280.
I think Microsoft is could be held up here.
I think it might go to the 200 on the weekly. Let's see. Let's look at the daily. If it's going to drop, it's going to drop to the 280, which he's at a 300. So let me look at the 300. 300 is decent. The good thing is the really good thing is it doesn't matter either way. It's a solid company. They make gobs of money. You can turn around and sell covered calls against it if you do get assigned.
Yep.
And obviously, if your account's not big enough to take it, that's a different story. But I like the bounce right at the 200. So what is that? Roughly about 290, 92, 293.
Yeah.
If it drops from there, 280 is a good point to actually, you can make good money, I think, even if it dropped to 280. do you think, Gerry?
Yeah, I agree.
Let's look at the fuck book here.
That one
He's at 280 on that. I think you're good. You're good on that one.
Yeah.
It's gonna test that low probably at 295, 300. Let's see. Let's look at 280 here. I think 260 is a better number, but I think 280 is fine. If you can take assignment, I'd take assignment. If it's down, I wouldn't take the loss. Unlike, Gerry's Palantir, for example.
Yeah, if you can afford to take it, I'd much happier to take a Facebook or Microsoft over a Palantir.
Yeah, because when the stocks do recover, those are the stocks that are going to recover. They're freaking juggernauts. They make a ton of freaking money. Where is support for CWH?
We were talking about that last night too.
We did?
Camping
You're
World?
right, we did.
Where's
the support? $30? 25?
Yeah, 25 to 30. If 30 doesn't hold, 25 will.
25 to 30. In the very worst case, 15. I think it's going to 15, but
I don't think so.
it is very odd that that company is selling off so much, though, considering that inventory is like all-time low, and unless they're just having major supply chain issues. Greatest playoff game ever. KC. KC and the
Vomit.
Sunshine Band.
Vomit emoji.
He's not too far from there. There was definitely greed involved. There you go. I knew it. I knew it. At least he admits it.
Yeah,
a lot of people probably wouldn't admit it. Jeez. I'll buy a share to help him. I'll sell a put to help you. Wait. No, that doesn't help you. Sorry. I'll sell a cover. I'll sell a naked call. That'll help you. Appreciate it. Keep your stacks up.
Keep your stacks up.
How safe are my 31/25 put spreads for 18 March?
What are you reading?
You talking about Camping World?
Oh, what are you reading there? Oh, you're reading the next one.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. The hell is it? There we go. Wait. Bloomberg told me. I read the wrong one. Bloomberg told me otherwise. I don't like Bloomberg. I don't know about his financial, business or company, but I don't like the dude. He's cancer. How safe are my 31/20? Yeah, he's talking about Camping World there.
31/25.
Take a max loss of 25. I think 25 is solid.
Yeah, I don't like the spread.
I don't know why you would even do a spread on that.
I don't do spreads on little companies like that. I don't think there's any reason to.
Yeah, what are you doing a spread for, Grateful Man? On a company like, what did you get, 10 cents for that?
No, you probably got a pretty good spread out of 31 to 25, but
it can't be that big. Come on.
I bet you it's not bad. Let's see. What did it say, March?
Yeah, let's see here. Camping World. Do you say what the expiry was? 18 March.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
pretty deep.
Probably got a couple $100 out of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, they got earnings coming up, so that's probably why premium spike.
Sell, buy. It's not showing me what the price is, but roughly, my guess is it's about $150 for it.
Yeah, they got earnings coming up. I don't know.
$150 for a $271 margin impact. Good cash on cash return there.
Absolutely. If they report, if they have a good report, which I think they would, I think you're probably safe. But That's I don't know.
The thing is why wouldn't you? God damn, where are we? So we're here. Why wouldn't you just sell the 25 and collect
Yeah,
$100, $120?
I would have just sold the 25.
Everybody has a different way. Like I'm
Yeah,
not.
I'm not doing
I'm
that.
just not a spread guy unless it's a big stock.
I'm not doing that one because of the earnings coming, but
Well, typically, how are the earnings usually?
Usually very good. I mean, that's Marcus Lemonis. He's going to make it sound like freaking.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's Marcus Malonis, and that guy, he'll make a turd sound like a freaking.
Yeah, he'll
popsicle.
sell, he'll sell ice to an Eskimo. So
Yeah.
He'll make everything.
Fire the devil. Let's see here. Big red week again coming.
LFG
liquefied gas. Get that cash ready to buy the sell, boys. Like I said, man, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I don't want to put the money in the HSA to work either. Getting ready to roll that over, sitting in cash. Go Chiefs! Unexpected good luck.
Vomit emoji.
Don't care. I show up for Gerry. There you go. Everybody wants to hurt my feelers tonight, huh? Jeez. SoFi going to $7. Let's take a look at SoFi. $7.
I don't know. I can see it going to 12, even maybe 10.
Who said that? You pulled that out of his ass.
Yeah, he probably.
I mean, there's no basis for it going to $7. Isn't that below the SPAC price?
Yeah, I can go back to 10.
Yeah, that's below the SPAC price. Yeah, $10, I would say. I actually like SoFi. It's not something I trade. I actually like the company, but I don't know anything about it either. Dave, I'm planning on buying call options. Yeah, I know. I missed the buy. You got some conviction then. Like I said, if I was going to do it, I'd be buying in the money, deep in the money, reduce the extrinsic value, and I'd be doing covered calls against the leap. That's what I'd do. I like the option to do that anyway. Let's see here. You're cheating on me. We're done. You're both cheating on me. Is selling calls the best defensive play when you're stuck holding a sold put X holding a square 150 put? So you now sell a 155 call because both strikes can't happen.
Defensive?
The best defensive is actually buy a put, but selling a call is a good way to make money in case it goes down, but it's so let me see here. Selling, yeah, that means this is strangle, right? I mean, selling calls the best defensive play when you're stuck holding a sold put. You're not stuck though. Never stuck.
Oh, I mean, in lieu of rolling it, is that what you're saying? I mean, if you're gonna take assignment of it, you can pre-sell the call. If you absolutely know you're gonna freaking be assigned, you can pre-sell.
I always do that.
Yeah,
I always do that, but I make sure I'm going to be assigned first before I do it. But that's just me. I mean, I know James. He goes out like a week or 2 weeks, sometimes early, doing it. But he's doing some weird back ratio, freaking, backwoods moonshine spread. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing some stuff, but
yeah, being that deep in the money though.
See, we got Square. What the hell's going? Square had a rough week. Jeez, it's still overvalued though. It's going to $85. No, the best. That's not the best defensive play. The best defensive play is to buy a put. But obviously we don't do it. I think a call's okay. It's just
the call's okay, but you're limited. right? I mean,
Yeah.
as far as defensiveness, right? Because all you're going to get is
You're limited because you don't want to be too low on it.
and you're only going to get what you sold it for.
The
That's
best
it.
thing to do on that is to kind of look maybe where it could go, and that way you're not too far off on it in case it does run. It's got a high short float, so it could run.
So you could buy a put, and if it continues to go down, and that's your insurance because the bought put's going to increase in value. But
It's the best defensive play.
right.
That's what's getting me, because your best defensive play is to get the hell out of it or buy a put. Probably some people would say put a call on, or I don't know if it's a back ratio or not, but because I'm not a back ratio person.
I wouldn't call that defensive though, because if it continues going down, all you're doing is making what you sold from the call. So you're not really
which is not going to be as much as the put.
Right.
Because you don't want to be too low on it.
There's just no floor. When I think defensive, I picture like, establishing a floor, and you're not establishing a floor with a call.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, buying a put, getting out or buying a put. That's the two best defensive plays. How dare you, Rebecca? 13 seconds after Bill scored, KC scored to go into OT. Last week I closed on $3,000 of options profits, but added to my unrecognized loss on options by 10,000. Yeah, I know. It's funny how you can play with the numbers like that, especially when you make YouTube videos, I made $3,000, but you're not showing your unrealized, Tell me it's okay. You can lie to me. I'm down 17K. What are you talking about? And I have no realized. 166 this month. I take that back. That 17K came out of nowhere, right? A lot of and only about half of it's in the money. I'm not worried, but I'm not concerned. I'm not worried. I still have a month left. The only thing that concerns me is that the fact that they're TQQQ and TNA. That's it. I think it's okay. I'm not lying. Gerry might lie to you, but I'm not.
I think it's okay.
What's your unrealized right now, Gerry?
10, I think.
You up to 10?
5? Yeah.
Damn.
Like
Jesus.
10.4.
So there you go. Misery loves company. There you go. We're sitting in your convertible with the windows up and the tops down. And the heater's blasting. 98% of RK is trash. I'm not going to disagree. I'm sure I'm getting a lot of hate for that probably, but whatever.
What do you mean? Tesla's in there.
One good stock. Wait, one good overvalued stock.
Yeah, exactly.
There's some other good stocks in there. I take that back, but AMC is squeezing this week. Also, if ATT is going to 100.
Well, how is that going anyway? AMC and GameStop. AMC's crashing. What's GameStop?
You think AMC is gonna go bankrupt?
GameStop too. It should.
I mean, I don't know if I'm ever going back to the movies. I'm sure I will. If I had kids, I probably would. Right? If I had a wife, maybe I would, but I don't.
I wish they would bring back drive-ins. I would go to a drive-in before I go to a movie theater.
You know why drive-ins aren't in existence anymore, Gerry? It's prime real estate.
Yeah.
You're right, though. That's the ultimate pandemic play. You just freaking.
I don't understand why they didn't.
You social distance the cars. You're good.
I don't understand why they didn't come back during this time. I really don't.
I think some still do exist.
Oh, there's one right in the next town from here.
Yeah, some still do exist. I remember seeing Superman. Was it 78? Was it 78 that came out? me see here.
You wouldn't have remembered that.
I remember it.
Unless you're lying about the year you were born.
It came out, let me see here. No, I was born in 75. I remember where we saw it. We were in the van and we were laying down. You know how the van, you can make it into bed and all that in the back. Back the van up, and there you go, Superman.
I remember when we were growing up, the drive-in was right behind a cemetery. So, you know, we'd get out and go play and run around and stuff and scare each other because the cemetery was right there.
Did you kick over tombstones?
No, never did. I wouldn't go into a damn cemetery. That just scared the hell out of me.
They are kind of freaky, especially at night. Yeah, you can imagine watching like Return of the Living Dead at the freaking drive-in, and there's a damn cemetery right there. Let's see. Let's look at GameStop, GME. It's held up actually. I don't know. That's held up way better than AMC has. Let's see. Is IMAX, is that still in existence? It is. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
IMAX. So IMAX, have you ever seen an IMAX? I've never gone to an IMAX theater.
I never have. I can't do 3D. I'm blind in one eye, so 3D doesn't work for me.
What movie did we see? I was young. We went with my dad. We were wearing those little glasses they give you.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been like Star Wars or something like that. Something like that.
Yeah, where the fires, the shots are coming at you and stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I could 3D works for me a little bit if I wear my glasses and I put the 3D glasses over it.
Wait, I had an invention idea, and I wonder, this could already exist because I tend to come up with inventions that already exist, right? Like a blanket that you can plug into your cigarette lighter in your car. That already exists. I came up with that. But what about like virtual reality goggles that you go to the movie and they have virtual reality goggles right there that you pick up and you put on. They're plugged in and they talk, and the movies come through on there and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? You're in the theater, right? I think the problem is people would probably cut the cord and take the damn things.
Yeah.
They're too expensive. I'm talking about high-end ones, you know what I mean? Not little freaking cardboard glasses that have red, paper, blue, and whatever else on it. Enrique, F is a better company than Tesla. I'm a Ford fan, so I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah, I've been saying that for quite a while here.
I was watching one of my favorite car YouTube channels. Cletus McFarland's the YouTube channel name, by the way. And he's got this Tesla, and it's the plaid version or whatever. And the thing is it's like a low 9-second car. A low 9-second and a quarter-mile car. A freaking 4-door Tesla. It's crazy how fast they are. It doesn't make a damn sound, though. You got to put a baseball card in the spokes to make any noise on the darn thing.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like fun at that point.
It's not. It's not fun. Let's just be honest here. It's not, you're not going to, I don't think you can even drift one of those things. Because I don't think that they're not driver's cars, Gerry. They're just point A to point B cars. That's it. It's not Kansas. It's not Kansas anymore, Gerry.
We ain't in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, it's Missouri. Why is there a Kansas City? Why is there two Kansas cities?
He's answering it right there because half the city is in Kansas and half the city's in Missouri.
Well, perfect timing.
You can stand in the same city and be in two different states.
Half of the city is in Kansas, and the other half is in. I wonder how they screwed that up.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird. No, that's a good. Is it the Mississippi? Does the Mississippi? No, I don't think it does. I think the Mississippi is fully on the Missouri side.
how does that work though? Is it split? So like, how does the like taxes work and the local infrastructure work? Is like, do cops like get to that one point and they're like, oh, we're done, and turn away?
No, they will pull you over out of their jurisdiction because you don't know, and they will give you a ticket. Because how do you? Because you're probably not going to know, right? Here's a good example. I got a bunch of exhibition speed tickets back when I had a Mustang, right? And I was young and stuff. I was in a private parking lot, and I, just basically ripped the tires off in there. And there was a cop there, and I didn't see him. They pulled me over in the parking lot and gave me a ticket. And technically, they can't do that. But I didn't know. You know what I mean? Like they actually have to get permission from the owners, to give a ticket or press charge. I don't know, something like that. But
well, here's what I'm saying is like, you got Kansas City, right? Half in Kansas, half in Missouri. Like, if they need to repave a road, do they repave the road up until the state line? Like,
no, they repaid half of the road.
Yeah.
One side of the lane. Well, that answers that question. We got a laughing out loud there. Us fire women don't stay single long. That's true. Not many fire women out there. There's a lot more guys chasing fire. A lot of couples chasing fire. Let's see here. What's Darsh talking about here? Fast is looking pretty solid as a dividend stock. Have you checked that one out? 6 stock splits and solid dividend hikes.
I like the company. I've always liked the company.
What's Fast? Fastenal?
Yeah. Fastener company, whatever, bolts.
Yeah, no, I used to trade Fastenal back in the day, but never bought it as a dividend company. Let's see here.
Looks like $50 would be a nice pickup of that.
Fastenal. Let's look at Seeking Alpha and how crappy their numbers show.
They're a little expensive though.
23 years of consecutive, if that's correct. I'd have to double verify that, but so they're 2 year. Oh, that's a pretty good growth rate too. I think it's all fine on all cylinders. 2 years away from being an aristocrat if they're correct. I think you're right there. I'll give you permission to go suck down a freaking White Claw. Hidden Freedom would say the only thing fast is me drinking a 6. No, I gave you permission to drink them, not me. Actually, there are 2 Kansas Cities, 1 on each. So yeah, okay. Well, at least we, this is a learner channel now, Gerry. We teach people stuff about geographics. Ford up too fast. I'm long on Ford with shares in January 24, 15 calls, but I'm still bought puts on them last week that expire next month. I'm long on Ford with shares. So what has he got? He cover calls?
January 24th, 15. Looks like he bought calls probably.
He says shares.
Wait, January 20. I thought he meant January. No, that'd be January 2024 calls.
Okay, but he has shares too?
But he has shares too.
Yeah. I wish I was in your boat. Guy, how many times did we pass up Ford, back when it was $4 and stuff? $2 back in the 2008, it's like.
Well, even at this, I remember talking about it with you. It was like, oh, it's $4. I was like, I'm loading the boat when it gets to $2. Never did.
You really, you can't set numbers. You can't set those things in your head. Those arbitrary numbers like that, because you're going to miss out. How many people wanted to buy Johnson & Johnson at 75? And it's Johnson & Johnson. Now, after they get rid of the pharma, it can drop down there. But the thing is Johnson & Johnson, during the pandemic, like, come on, $75? That's greed. It's not going to get down there. And it didn't. Guess what? They missed out. A lot of people missed out on realty income too. Yeah, I'm bullish on Ford, but I don't know if I can go long on it though, Gerry. I want it to come back to 15 first.
Yeah. See, there we go again.
Because I've owned Ford back in the past with, my very first margin call I've ever had in my life was on Ford, and I was balls deep in it. And it's just, I have a hard time thinking it's going to stay above 20. I'm just not convinced, I guess. That's
Where's
the
it at
problem.
now? I haven't even looked. Let's see.
It had a rough,
It's
I think
at
it
20.
traded off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, back to 20.
Might be able to sell some puts at 18.
Is there any money at 16?
Probably not. Not really.
No. 16 would be a good number.
Got earnings coming up too, though. Let's see. What is 16?
I might buy some leaps on that.
You can get $40 for 16 out to March 18th.
That's not bad. Yeah, I'll do a Chucky chill on it. I'll nickel and dime it. I actually might buy that in a different account and just let it sit there. I'm bullish on Ford long term. All you Tesla lovers out there, you're not going to be. Ford and GM are not going away.
Yeah, there's no way that I think it's going to be. I really think it's going to be Ford number 1, GM number 2, Tesla number 3. No, sorry. Ford number 1, Toyota number 2, GM number 3, Tesla number 4.
You got some major freaking criticism coming your way, Gerry. Like that, I don't know. That's a statement. Mark his words. I don't know. I don't even know if I can agree with that. I do think that Ford and GM are going to have a pretty big market share, and they're not going away. Toyotas can be right up there too, although I think they had a pretty rough week. They were in the news.
Yeah, they had to stop production or slow production or something.
Yeah. But to say that that Tesla's gonna be 5, you don't know.
No, that's number 4. That's number 4.
Oh, well, okay, 4. What happens to Dodge? What happens to Nissan? What happens?
They're all the stragglers, man. Nissan hasn't really done that. They gave up on EV for a while there. On their hybrid stuff. Dodge, they had to actually sell. What was it? Chrysler had to sell out to a foreign company to get EVs.
I do think that Ford's going to be up there. I'm a big fan of Ford. I've owned a lot of Fords. My grandpa's loved Ford, both of them. Big Ford family.
I probably just cost you some subs too. Sorry, Dave.
You probably did. Let me do a refresh. Let's take a look here. Yeah. Didn't lose it. I probably lost some and gained more. So I'm right up there. Matter of fact, James, I would love to probably add some Ford Leap in a different account, but I need to see if I have any cash in there. I don't want to put in my options account. I can't look at stuff every day. I'm more tempted to take profit and all that crap. The team in Arrowhead Stadium are in Missouri. Lived there 18 years. Can't afford fast. Fast and loose. I live in Overland Park. Nice. Been there several times. Gajit Gupta. What is that?
What's his name?
I don't know. Gajit Gupta. I think that's Indian, but yeah, I don't know. What's that? Market is 3 standard deviations from the mean. History, he tells, is always back to the mean. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not looking at that. What indicator shows the deviations? That's not Is that the Fibonacci? Is that the Fibonacci's? That's not Fibonacci's. They do. That's a retracement. I don't think it does. Is that based on deviation? For anybody's left in here? I did not know when enough is enough. Guam. Kevin uses Tastyworks. Oh. Is he doing options? I know you can do more than options in there, but that's a hell of a broker to be doing $20 million worth. I don't know. It's kind of catered towards options. I'm bullish on not living in the States. Did you have your girlfriend hook me up with her friend yet? Dividend drip, Darth dividend drip on me, Daddy. Weird. I deleted the first comment about because it was wrong strikes, but apparently it still showed up for Dave to read. I overwrote it. Dave, it can't be that big. Come on. It's huge, dear. It's huge.
Huge.
What are we talking about?
Believe me.
Yeah. Believe me, it's huge. Oh man, this is a funny stream. At least for me, I'm laughing. That's what she said. Ha ha. Figures green. I have some funny stories from a friend of mine from back in the day. Him and his wife got into an argument, and when they're at Walmart, they're getting condoms or whatever. They got in a big old argument, whatever. So he took every condom off the shelf, put them in a basket, a cart. Every condom they had, and they go to check out, and the guys look at him all crazy and weird stuff. It's like, it's gonna be a long night. There's some other stories he has too that are kind of interesting, but the negative tip, he got paid a tip from the pizza guy. Instead of giving him a tip, the guy ended up paying him. It was kind of funny. Let's see here. I have -5, 12.5 puts for February on SoFi. What's -5?
I think it just means 5.
You short. Is that what it means?
Yeah, I believe
it's
so.
negative shares if you're short. Or it's negative contracts. Damien? What do you think about that, Gerry? 12.5.
I got out of mine. I'm not going back in. So that probably tells you.
At least 12.5 is 12.5 is decent. I'll give him that.
I mean, if you're going to buy it, you're going to buy it at 10 to 12. I think it's a good buy still long term. I like the company long term.
Yeah, but you wouldn't buy leaps on it?
Probably not at this point.
You probably would, but you're not going to.
Right. Exactly.
You still have a grab?
I still have 2 grabs. Tried to grab another grab, but my $2 order didn't grab.
Wait, so you have 2 grabs. Did you add another grab after your initial grab of your first grab?
Yeah, I had a grab at 3:30. Then I grabbed another grab at like 3 something, and I wanted to grab a third grab at 2, but nobody grabbed my grab.
All right. Nobody grabbed your grab. Better defensive play to buy Ultra Pro Share QQQ ETF.
Short ETF.
Why wouldn't you could just short? What's the difference between buying a Pro Share short versus just shorting it? I think there might be some cons to that though. Best defensive play is to get out.
Yeah, I was gonna say go to cash. That's your best defense.
I think there's different ways you could say the best defensive play is to get out or buy a put. Or essentially the same thing here is going short. Meek Cuckin is I don't know. You saying he's a tool?
I think you meant Kevin, right?
Yeah, I know.
Cooking. Oh, I
Dave
get it.
would be at the drive-ins to drink a case of White Claw. What's the Spice Girls? uh, you'd be there to watch the Hansons. He's always trying to get me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to freaking roast him again, Gerry. I'm gonna fire up the voice. I saw Up and Smoke Chet and Cheech and Chong at drive-in. Smoke and the Bandit would have been a good one to see there. Cheech and
I
Chong
think Smokey and the Bandit was the first movie I saw in a movie theater, I believe.
in the theater.
Yeah.
Wow, that's saying something. Daddy, my head flew off. Hope your goddamn head was in it. That guy, the guy, what was the sheriff's name in real life? That guy is hilarious.
Oh, I don't remember.
He's dead now, obviously, but man, I mean, even Burt Reynolds is dead. But great movie, though. Great freaking movie.
Wait, no, it wasn't Smokey and the Bandit. It was every
Every Which Way But Loose.
That's the one. That's the one.
Jeez, we're dating ourselves, Gerry.
Right.
Unrealized loss around 20K past week. I'm thinking of Tesla has unrealized gain of 65K, has average price of 400-ish. Well, man, you just cut yourself down significantly though from where it was at. God, because Tesla's pulled back what, $200 a share. The thing is, you got greedy. I mean, so the problem is that would have been all long before it even got up there to begin with.
Yeah, I couldn't. There's no way I can hold something to double or triple.
No. Yeah. I mean, not with a gain, something like that. Yeah. For me, I mean, I can't answer this because I would have been out of it a long time ago. But if it was me, I'd probably have taken the profit by now. But I also have to think about the tax consequences too. So
right.
For me, it's significant. City is divided by a river that, yeah, it was just thought, because the Mississippi doesn't split the two cities though, right? Mississippi, I thought, is over on the Missouri side. But anyways, I could be wrong, but because a lot of times what divides states and cities and stuff is rivers and stuff like that usually.
Yeah.
Would be interested to see how you would invest in HSA. I lost 5K in my HSA account, but would be adding 5K from last year. Honestly, I think all of mine's going to go in Jeppy because I want that 7% yield, and I want a little bit of growth potential there. I want a little bit of a defensive play as well, and I think Jeppy's the best play for that. Yeah, that I mean, actually was going to make a video on it soon, so that's what I'm probably going to do. If it wasn't Jeppy, it'd be Devo maybe. I understand that AMC is trying to sell alcohol in the theaters. Why would you need that when you sneak your own in?
Yeah, I think they already do. I mean, I don't know if AMC for sure, but there's plenty of theaters here that are doing that already.
Why wouldn't? What? Yeah, I mean, why? What's the con of not doing it? Or what's the con of doing it? You have to be 21 to buy it. I mean, of course, you could just, give it to kids when you're in there, but I mean, who's to stop anybody from smoking freaking ganja in there, Gerry? Somebody would complain, I'm sure. Somebody would complain, I'm sure, but
yeah, we used to do it for sure.
It was sure funny. People sneak in alcohol all the time.
Because me and my friend went in, right, and we fired it up. We were all the way in the back. It was like there was only like a few people like way down below, right? And we'd always go to the back, and we smoked it. We passed it back and forth, and this girl comes walking right up to us, and she goes, "Why are y'all smoking in here?" And my friend looked at her like, no, we're not. A big old cloud around us. No one's sitting around us anywhere.
It's a pretty rough smell. It's not a faint smell. It's a very strong and distinctive. I can't stand the smell personally, but tomorrow looks like a great start, but most think a down week. Do you have any plays ready? I will sell calls at a firm and square opens. I don't know if the week's going to be down. We might, like I said, I think we're going to have a spike down and then reverse up sometime this week. Could be tomorrow. Could be Tuesday. Could be on Wednesday. I don't know. For me, I'm looking to be adding another QQQ this week. And this is not going to be my strategy going forward, but because I'm not on the Appalachian Trail yet, I'm just going to add some extra premium there. I can afford it. There you go. What about you, Gerry?
I don't have any plans. Planning to reduce risk if at all possible.
That's always on the table. 1,000 shares. Also bought the call options before they broke to 1E. Only bought the put to make some extra money if they pull back after earnings. All right. 1,000 shares. Bollinger Bands show 2 standard deviations. Okay. Well, I think the Bollinger Band is 20 per moving average in the middle. The outer exterior of the Bollinger Bands is 2 standard deviations, is what you're saying? Up and down? International Playboy. Did the CWH put spread cause they are in Ross? Oh, did them because they're in Ross. Received 98 credit. What, you can't do a naked in there? In a Roth?
Yeah, why?
It's not naked. I mean, you're going to have cash, but...
It's cash secured, but...
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you don't have enough cash? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it would be an 80% annual return. Yeah. What's a grab?
Grab.com.
Yeah. Grab is the equivalent to the Uber over in, is that like Thailand and...
Yeah, Southeast Asia, but it's more than Uber. There's
yeah, you're right.
You got to look at it. It's called the super app of Southeast Asia, and they got financial services. It's like an Uber, Cash App, Venmo. It's all that.
Uber Eats too. They do an Uber Eats type of thing over there as well. They literally kicked Uber out. They took market share from Uber, and Uber's just like, we're out. So it's a pretty big deal over there. It's like a big deal over there. It's just the stock's looking kind of shitty though, but that's just the way it is. That's why I'm not in a grab right now.
I'll grab some more grab when it's time to grab some more grab.
Yeah. And maybe when maybe when Gerry grabs a grab, I'll think about possibly grabbing a grab. The difference is that the Ultra show 3x and you don't lose data. That's true. Yeah. Protect your portfolio. Well, I mean, if you're trying to hedge, then it's probably not a bad way to go. We weren't talking about necessarily hedging against the market. We're just really talking about protecting a put, I suppose. But yes, I agree here. Puts on IBKR and DWAC called it first.
The screen name.
Opinionated asshole. Puts on IBKR and DWAC called it first. I'm not sure what he's saying there, he or she. Can women be assholes, Gerry?
Oh, absolutely.
Most people don't call them assholes. They call them bitches.
Yeah, well, I think anybody can be anything nowadays. We can't discriminate on those kind of things, Dave.
You're right. Birthing people. Mississippi River is in St. Louis, Missouri. Okay, there you go. Thanks a lot for that, Billy. Learned me something. We're at the end. It's been 2 hours and 24 minutes. Oh, no shit. We got 2 more popped in here. Johnny come latelys. Thank you. I would grab some grab after Gerry grabs a grab and you grab. Oh shit, good night. We're sitting in your convertible. What do we got here? It's a joke, bro. I'm a dude, but women can be assholes. Yeah.
See, told you.
That's worse than a bitch. So we appreciate everybody hanging out. Next week will be our last week. Gerry will be, he hasn't made a decision yet. So I don't know. Unless you want to say if he made a decision, but.
Wait, what do we got? What does it say? Gerry, you watch Keep Your Daydream? Keep Your Daydream.
Don't keep your day job.
No,
Is that a movie?
I think that's a YouTube channel. Let me see. Keep Your Daydream. I have not, but I'll check them out. I'll check them out. They're
Guy gets text from his neighbor. I must confess, when you are gone from the house, I've been taking advantage of your wife. I'm sorry. Is that a joke?
Guy gets text from his neighbor. When you're gone, I've been taking advantage of your wife. I'm sorry.
There must be a second. There must be a punch point or
where's the
punchline to this.
Where is that? Like, I mean,
where's the punchline? I'm bad at getting jokes usually too.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm usually good at deciphering stuff, but I'm like, I must confess. Oh wait, there it is.
Guy turns to his wife and insists you're disgusting. I want nothing to do with you. All right, we're still not there. Give us the blue pill. Come on.
He just wanted the stream to.
Don't drag it out. I think he's his fingers are on overload. Before the guy's wife can say anything, his phone dings. It's the neighbor. I hate this autocorrect. I mean to say Wi-Fi. Oh my gosh.
Wife and not Wi-Fi.
I must confess, when you're gone from the house, I've been taking advantage of you. Yeah, that's a good one. That's pretty good. Anyways, we appreciate everybody hanging out. Let's everybody have a pretty darn good week. Where is Market at, Gerry? Market it's pretty good. It's holding up. So
yeah, it was holding up the other couple days too.
Yeah, that's true. Well, hey, we'll see you next week. This has been a whole complete year for us, and appreciate you hanging out and making a funny. I don't know. I laughed a lot. So we'll see you all next week for the very final stream on this channel for a while. So everybody have a great week.
Be there, be square.